Wrong one. Wrong one. What the fuck's going on? It's Friday night and we're... Oh! Sorry. What's happened to my... What's it going? Yeah, this is fucked up, isn't it? Let's just play this. Fucking hell.
The first is we will have a standing army of specialist officers, public duty officers, so that we'll have enough officers to deal with this where we need them.
Dark clouds in the sky, freedom's ghost passing by. Choir's face upon the wall echoes down the empty hall. Whispers in the night, hopes fading out of sight. Chains clanging on the ground, silence is the loudest sound. Under Keir's will we fall. Shadows stretch long and tall. Voices silenced by his hand. We fight but cannot stand. Wardens in the street, marching to a wicked beat. Eyes watch your every move. Truth is a forbidden groove. Dreams crumbled in the dust. Iron fist you can't trust. Doomed to walk his twisted line. Freedom's just a mad refine. Hearts weighing heavy cold. Stories that remain untold. Cowards we live in fear. Every moment costs a tear. Under Keir's will we fall. Shadows stretch long and tall. Voices silenced by his hand. We fight but cannot stand. Audience in the street, marching to a wicked beat. Eyes watch your every move. Truth is a forbidden groove. Wardens in the street, marching to a wicked beat. Eyes into a wicked beat. Under Keir's will we fall. Shadows stretch long and tall. Voices silenced by his hand. Voices silenced by...
The moon is grinning white tonight. Shadows dance in the pale street light. Whispers crawl where the wind takes flight. Do you hear it? The ticking sound. Hearts race faster underground. All in. All in, the game's begun. No place to hide, no place to run. All in, the night's alive.
It's Friday night and we're all in.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?
Nick, Tar, eat us! Yeah, and bloody hell, we're really starting off well tonight, aren't we? Because for some reason, you two guys aren't showing. Yeah, hey mate, I'm fucking, my head's wasted. I don't know why. Don't know why my head's wasted, but you know, we'll get there. Right, good evening, one and all, and welcome to, as you would call it, the Friday night that you deserve. It's just a mess, isn't it? Hey, let's see if we can get one of you in, and we'll say good evening. Good evening to the lovely Shalini. You sounded like something out of the Rocky Horror there. Oh no! I didn't say you looked like it, I said you sounded like it. And good evening, David. Be good to see you. And the troll room. The troll room is Jumpin', Dreadeye, Julie, Paul Armstrong, Espresso Mechanic. Who else we got? Frankie, Nectaridas, obviously. Shanty. Who else? Saz. Are we up to date? I think that's at the moment. So it's all looking good. Right. Spectre Video VGD. Spectre Villain. Fucking Von. The ultimate in trolling. From the couch. We have Vaughn. Just as long as he doesn't go to the toilet. Right. Go on. What's it? All right. David's muted. Right. Okay. And Shalini was muted. Bloody hell. This is just... What's going on? Right.
Testing.
Well,
How are we doing, troll room? Can you hear?
testing,
Shalini and Bri?
testing. Hello.
Can only hear Grumpy. That's all you need to hear, Paul, because all the information comes from me.
Oh, you fucker.
But yeah, I'm hoping everybody's back
Okay.
on. Oh, for God's sake, what an absolute disgrace. No wonder this channel's failing.
It's the,
But
it's the-
anyway.
it's the Friday night gremlin.
They can hear us now. It's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
all
good.
systems are go. Right, let's get this fucking shit show underway.
Indeed.
What a week.
I
What a
know.
week. What do you think? Where do we start?
I don't know. I don't know, folks. The BBC.
Well, I've just actually
BBC.
seen.
No,
Do you mean
the
the?
baby. I've got slides for the
shh.
BBC, so
Okay,
let's
oh,
not
shush.
go with the
I won't get
BBC.
ahead of myself.
Vaughn, unfortunately, it's not
Hey,
real life,
Vaughn.
mate. It's not real life, mate.
All I can hear is shuffling in the kitchen.
Shuffling. Yeah, wait till he puts on the popcorn. Pop, 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 pop. Right, okay, let's move on.
Move on
Okay,
quick.
right. First of all, I've been on Twitter since 2009. How did it take me this long to discover Susie Dent?
Who?
You don't know Susie Dent? She's
I
from
know
Countdown, isn't she?
who Susie Dent is, but how did I not know she was on Twitter and making good comments like word of the day is catch fart, 17th century, an obsequious individual who sucks up to the boss and always follows the political wind. That's a good one. And that's so fucking accurate.
Catch fart, brown nose,
Yeah.
simpish or simp or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty spot on, Susie.
Yeah. Yeah. So Susie Dent, thinking man's crumpet. Definitely
Hang on a
replace.
minute. Remind me who she is again? Because my brain's gone
Cats.
to jelly since I haven't been working. So
Cats do countdown.
Huh?
Cats do countdown.
is that a funny version of Countdown?
Well, it's Jimmy Carr.
Oh, I can't stand him. Okay, that's fine. I
It's
don't know who
Jimmy-
she is. That's fine.
He's taken the absolute piss. Susie is one of those lovely individuals that sits there with a dictionary or a thesaurus.
Oh, her.
and-
All right. Okay. She was Dictionary Corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lauren with an American flag.
Oh, we do.
I like to see Americans in the show. We do like our cousins, our colonial cousins, as they say. Lauren says, "Are we thrilled about?" And I know it's early to get into the chat room, but I'm intrigued. Lauren says, "Are we thrilled about Euphoria season 3? Or we're not
got
seeing
a
any
clue.
of Sydney Sweeney's work? The only work I've seen from Sydney Sweeney's been pictures
Jeans.
on." Well, yeah, jeans, but pictures on Twitter. So I didn't realise she was actually an actress. I thought she
Oh
was
yeah, no,
just... like-
she is, and she. Oh no, you might have something in your slide, so I'll shush.
No, I don't. No, you can carry on. Please talk.
Oh, okay. So some stupid libtard woman. I think the magazine was G.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've
Steve.
got that. I've got
Oh, okay.
that.
I'll shush then. I'll shush.
I've got that. But I didn't realise she was actually an actress. And I think
she
she's
is,
in this thing
apparently.
called Euphoria, which I don't
she's
know what that's about. That sounds interesting.
No, I don't either.
I tell you what, and I know this is early doors, but you know this is all in, so anything goes. I've been watching. Obviously, I watched the season 5 of Slow Horses, which.
Oh yeah, you said about that before.
I just think Slow Horses is brilliant. It's great. I love it. It's a guilty pleasure, if you like. But I've also started watching this thing called Down Cemetery Road, which is, if you're a conspiracy theorist, it's fucking right up your street, chaps. You should be in there, in there like Flynn. But it's actually quite interesting. It's all right. But yeah, I could probably use it as material.
We'll keep an eye out for Euphoria. Definitely.
Right. Have you seen it? No?
Haven't seen
No.
it. I haven't heard of it.
Well,
No,
if
me
Sydney's in
neither.
it, I suppose we'll have to give her a look. Yeah. So, and this is quite good because if it's on season 3, that gives me 2 seasons to catch up. So that's quite good.
What platform is that on though? But it'll probably be on an American platform.
Platform.
Well, whatever it's called, I don't flipping know.
Chatform. Who cares about platform? Your man in the couch there, he'll sort you out.
He's still in the feckin' kitchen.
Aye, but
I'm tempted to go in and see what he's up to in there.
You can open his coat and go, what would you like to see? Netflix? Apple TV? Paramount Plus? Oh, I've got a slide for Paramount Plus later as well. Yeah, they're really doing well.
Sit back down. He's eating the bread. Well, I've got Paramount Plus already, so.
Oh, you'll be boycotting them then later, won't you?
Well.
Oh, apparently. But
well,
anyway,
we'll
here we right. Okay, so Mr. Trump, epitome of taste, isn't he?
Trump, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck is he really? I mean, we've looked at this before briefly, but is it not a bit less is more? Would you not go less is more rather than what he's done with the Oval Office here?
Was that the Oval Office? Oh God, it's all gold. What the hell? Like, I like Trump, but seriously, dude?
It's looking, I don't know, it's looking a lot more like Arabic or something like that. You know what I mean? You know, the way they love their kind of gold and other like blingy things. It kind of reminds me of some sheikh or like something from, say, the Emirates or
Have you seen
Dubai, Qatar, and those areas.
Did you never see his flat in The Apprentice? His New York apartment. Holy
What, is
fuck.
it all-
Dripping of gold, probably.
Is it all gold? Is it?
Oh, it's all gold and rose pink marble and all that. Oh my God, it looks like somebody's thrown up after having too much to drink and they're just bringing up blood. You know?
Hey, it could have been Melania, it could have been his missus who had a bit of input into that as well. You know?
Yeah, it could have been. Oh, Hatchie's dogs are having problems. One of mine has a problem with fireworks. The other one just doesn't bother its arse. It just lies there.
The thing is, like, some are still going off around my way. It's like, it's not bonfire night anymore. Just shut up already.
Yeah, but this November, you usually get. I would say the last week of October and then about the first week of November seems to be fireworks all the time. Right, okay, so Trump's... Well, we'll come back to Trump. What the hell? I don't even know what I'm doing tonight. So this is...
Oh,
how
for
does
God's
he look...
sake. What's
How
he doing
does-
with his hands, for fuck's sake?
Oh, well, he
Double O
doesn't-
Keir.
so
It's
don't-
double O Keir.
Yeah, but don't start, Shalini. Not this early. You know,
Sorry.
with the yeah.
I'm sorry, I
I mean,
apologise.
this is the problem. People, no, I was kidding. People don't know what to do with their hands, and you know, when you're a nervous individual like Starmer is, you don't have a clue what to do. So you just have to do what people tell you to do. And you know, people do these things to stop waving their arms about, else they look like an Italian. You know.
He's far from looking like an Italian, I tell you.
I don't
must-
know. He's pretty awkward in public life. He kind of has this
So
kind of like
awkward.
nervous, wooden energy about him on the international stage.
He's a
You know what I
lawyer,
mean?
mate.
Everything about him.
He's a lawyer. He's out from behind a desk and he's a lawyer. What? Have
Something
you ever seen a
constantly-
lawyer in real life? They fucking
Something
can't
constantly
operate.
jammed up his arse. That's
Yeah.
what you're trying to say, John.
Yeah, they can't fucking operate in real life.
And
It's
his
like,
bow
what?
tie looks terrible. What the hell is
Oh,
that?
well, that's obviously a pre-tied bro tie.
A bow.
Blow tie. No,
Bro
bow
tie.
tie. But the thing that gets me is how can he look so fucking dishevelled wearing a tux?
No.
It's
He looks
ridiculous.
awful. He
And-
looks
and-
absolutely... It looks like a
And the,
Primani flipping suit.
the actual biggest problem is Miliband standing beside him, and he actually looks
God, is
fucking
he?
smart.
Bacon sarnie Ed.
Oh,
He
no.
can't eat a bacon
Fucking-
sarnie properly.
He does. He looks fucking smart. It's unbelievable. Oh, good grief! Right, yeah. So he's off. He's off to Brazil with the future king, isn't he? With Prince Willie.
But they've already
Um,
been there, or they could be still there, or maybe on their way back. They're all flying in their separate aircraft, and yeah, that's a lot of air miles, a lot of CO2, lads. Eh?
Well, he's got
Uh,
the plane. He's got his own plane, right? The Prime Minister's got his own plane.
Yep.
Prince William will have his own plane.
Ed
Uh,
has his own plane, allegedly.
But did Can not go as well or something?
Huh?
like that? Did he go? No.
Who?
Sadiq Khan.
Oh,
no?
Sadiq. Oh, yes. Like, there's nothing going on in London, like, but Sadiq's there. Yeah.
Yeah, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, he is there. Yeah.
Yeah, and he went in a different plane as well.
Oh, good fucking
I
grief.
mean, even this is what gets me is fucking Formula One drivers who earn fucking millions, right? Share a plane.
Yeah, that's right.
2 or 3 of them will share a private jet on the way home. And it's like, what the fuck? These guys are sharing a plane and these guys aren't. These guys are taking fucking full-size planes on their own with their
Yeah, you got
entourage.
football teams as well. These individual guys, they're multi-millionaires, and they'll all share a plane together as the squad going from like location to location. But with these absolute twats, no.
And I guess we're probably paying for it, aren't we?
Oh, of course we are.
No feckin' doubt. Oh, nice one, Hachi.
Oh, right. So Nectarina says more squibs here in Brighton today than yesterday. Luz was busy though. Yeah, I've got a slide about Luz. Is it
yeah.
Luz? How do you
The
pronounce it?
effigy.
Luz?
Lewis.
Lewis. Do you pronounce it Lewis? Even though it's not spelled right.
That's how I pronounce it. I'm sure.
I mean, Lewis is in. Oh, you do pronounce it as Lewis. Bloody hell.
I was pronouncing it right. Yay.
So Lewis, not in Scotland.
No.
We've got a slide about that. Yeah. Right. Anyway, bonfire night chaos. Youths attack firefighters and cops with violence across the UK. So apparently everywhere's been affected by this. There's been a marked lack of decorum and a big upsurge in incidents, especially in Scotland. There was a bus driver attacked in one of the Glasgow streets. Police have been attacked with fireworks and bricks, and firefighters have had bricks thrown at them and things like that. So I don't know, are we getting near? Are we getting near the breakdown of society, David?
I think there's some cracks starting to show. All right, it's like Shalini and I we were kind of briefly having a chat about, a funny anecdote of mine about being in Belfast on the week of the 12th of July, which is a very still a kind of like a volatile time.
Partisan holiday or something?
Yeah, kind of a
long weekend.
Historically, still a kind of a volatile time in in Northern Ireland, like to a degree in the 6 counties. So this is kind of like synonymous. It reminds me of like kind of bonfire night now, the way it's going. But like I agree, that's certainly kind of frustration and kind of cracks showing in society when we see like reports like that. And I think you said something else about Scotland as well, John. There was a lot of argy-bargy up there too,
I would say there's been more than normal. There's been, people firing fireworks deliberately at cars and police and things like that. And Hatchie says it was always the same when he was a kid in his area, but I think it's got worse.
It has.
I might well be wrong, but I really think it's got worse. I think there's more people out there.
Oh, definitely.
Doing more,
Birmingham was quite bad. So, because today's Friday. Yeah, so Thursday. So I looked at my phone whenever it was yesterday morning, and there was loads of, well, shall we say, youths. And this is in Birmingham, and it was going on all night. It was going on till 5, 6 in the morning, and they were hurling fireworks at the police and everything. So like how anybody in that area like got any sleep, I don't know.
Yeah, I have to apologise to both Beats and Tapes and Hatchie, because Beats and Tapes is the one that made that comment and not Hatchie. So sorry. Don't want to offend anyone, Not yet.
Everyone is offended and trolled equally on All Inside. Yeah?
It's still early. But yeah, my apologies. Get it up, yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, so I'll tell you what, you take the next one, Shalini, since you brought it up.
Oh yeah, this old guy.
Yeah, so tell us about this guy, because I don't watch morning TV, so I didn't.
Well, I don't either, but obviously I happened upon it as I was doing my doom scrolling on X. So this poor old boy. So he's a veteran, obviously. I think he might actually even be, well, he might be 100 or he's quite close to it. Anyway, basically he's saying they fought for our freedom, but more or less the country's in a bit of a 2-8. What was the point? And they were the two flipping presenters. So you've got one who's that Adil fella. And then he was saying, well, why are you saying that? Like their behavior was just typical MSM. It's like, try and have a bit of compassion and a bit of empathy. Like, this guy fought for our country, and he's seeing it literally gone to the dogs, and he's sitting there thinking, why are all my buddies now dead? Because what have we now fought for? And it's true, because like, even thinking back to like my Irish roots, because Ireland is, republic is quite bad. It's like, what was the point of the 1960 rising, doing that whole independence thing, and for what? For all those scumbag traitors in Dáil Éireann, like, selling the country like down the river. Like, what was the point?
Yeah, even the 1922-1923 War of Independence with Michael Collins, like in Ireland as well. Like, a lot of people are talking about that. Like, what the hell was that for? Like, as compared to what we're witnessing today. Yeah.
And it's just really sad, because I remember seeing something a couple of years ago. The veteran was in America, and it was where somebody was, I can't remember how, there was like an interview thing, but the poor old guy, he was getting so upset, and it was just awful. He's like, and like, he was just talking about the state of the USA, and that was like a couple of years ago, so I'm guessing it might have been when Biden was president. It's just so sad.
Yeah, well, I think one of the biggest problems with these guys is, if they haven't realized, most of them eventually do, but they haven't realized, it's the fact that they've been used to fight wars that didn't need fought in the first place, generally. They fought wars for resources and for monetary gain. And that still goes on to this day.
I know.
Does it not?
Yes. No, it does. But it's just so sad, because there's so few of these veterans left now, and obviously we've got Remembrance Sunday coming up.
This weekend.
Yeah, it just.
Yeah, and I haven't seen a lot of poppies about it. In fact, I haven't even seen anyone selling poppies. It was someone brought it up on Twitter or something the other day, and I thought, that's
saw them at
point.
the airport. I saw them at the airport when I was, because I went away. I went home last weekend from my niece's 21st. So I saw them in the airport, and I did see them in my local tube station earlier in November.
So actually brings up a point, actually, just before we move on. The Jerry Adams and Starmer and all the rest of them are buddies now. Yeah, well, they are, because, and the thing that gets me is, and we brought this up about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, about the possibility of some of the SAS that conducted operations in Ireland being charged and, put on trial for it. And it's like, oh, hold on a minute. What about the actual people that they were fighting, who are now politicians and have been given a free pass? That is not right. You can't do things like that.
Making fish of one and flesh of the other.
You just can't do it. And you can't do that and expect people to accept it, can you? Am I wrong?
No.
Should we accept that?
Yeah, Sinn Féin, of course, were the kind of the political, so-called kind of political front of the Irish Republican Army, the IRA, but Adams, of course, and his associates like the late Martin McGuinness, who's been dead quite some years now. They had active paramilitary involvement alongside the Irish Republican Army and their associated proxies. So that is absolutely a fair point. How can SAS kind of former combat veterans be prosecuted whilst these other individuals are not? So that is a fair point. It's very contentious. Yeah,
I think it would. And I think if it was to happen, I think we would hear quite a lot about it, to be fair. Right, moving on. Rachel Reeves.
Rachel Thieves.
Rachel Thieves, or whatever you want to call her. But Rachel from Complaints is saying that in this interview, she was saying that it wasn't her budget. Sorry, it's not her that ruined the economy, because it's not their economy, it's one they've inherited. And the thing is, she is on tape a year ago. I'm showing my age, but she has recorded a year ago saying that she wiped the slate clean at the last budget. So,
for
yes,
God's
it is her economy now, is it not? If she wiped the slate clean at the last budget, anything that's happened in the last year is down to Labour.
What happened to the 22 billion black hole?
Oh, they wiped that clean.
Oh, right. Okay, grand.
Yeah, but I mean, they
she
probably
think we're
just said they give it
stupid?
to Ukraine and wrote it
Wow.
off. But yeah, and who does a pre-budget speech? So what's all that about? David?
That's called sweaty arse cheeks. That's the calm before the storm. You know.
So is that
Sweaty bum
like
cheeks.
is that like pushing it out to see if it's going to stick or testing the waters? Is that what they were doing?
Kind of a stress test of what could be, you know, around the corner. I mean, it's not far off. It's in it's the 26th of November. It's coming out, isn't it? But it's gonna be very interesting. I think there's gonna be a lot of tension during that day and after it as a result of that budget. I think there's gonna be a lot of increased calls for her resignation too. Even Andrew Marr was putting it to her like a couple of days ago. You know, are you going to resign after this? Like,
Why hasn't she resigned? I mean, how can someone who can't run their own household finances run a country?
that 900 quid just went to skew, lads. It just went to skew.
I never noticed it. Never noticed it. It was only £900.
Good old
Yeah.
Rachel, she seems to be kind of morphing these days into like more Tisha Adams or something like that. I'm intrigued by these pictures of her. You know what I mean?
But that's a year old, that picture, though.
That particular picture that you got
Yeah, that's a year
on the
old.
screen.
though.
Oh well,
Yeah,
it still stands.
It does still
stands, what I say.
stand. Yeah, I mean, she's continually reinventing herself. But yeah,
She just needs that witch's hat in her head, and it's complete. You know what I mean?
did someone not dress up as her for Halloween? I thought I saw a picture of someone and they dressed up as her for Halloween. Right, hot chocolate. What's hot chocolate got to do with this, Shalini? Oh, you're on the hot chocolate. Hot chocolate and marshmallows. You got marshmallows and sprinkles. Have
No,
you?
just hot chocolate.
Oh, right, okay. And how do you make your hot chocolate?
I don't know. Ask my waiter. Thank you,
Right.
Mr. V.
Saudi hotel migrant accused of sexually assaulting a woman is hunted by police after failing to appear in court. Well, there's a fucking surprise, isn't it? So let me just get this straight and correct me if I'm wrong. Someone who comes here illegally has already broken the law, then gets put up in a hotel, is allowed out, breaks the law, and is then arrested and bailed for court. Why would you even think he's going to turn up?
A Saudi as well. I'm kind of
He's
perplexed
probably
by that.
from Saudi, but not a Saudi. He's probably one of.
Yeah.
He's probably an escaped slave, so he might even have a genuine case for coming here, right? Because let's face it, if there's any slavers around in the world just now, you know where they are. In fact, there are hundreds of slavers around in the world just now, and you know where they
Saudis,
are.
Qataris, Emiratis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think Cambodia, especially on the border with China, there's a fair bit China. There's a fair bit of it going on there. So anyway, there we go. So yeah. Why are these people even allowed out? You should be on remand. I mean, if you get fucking remanded for making a dodgy, it wasn't even, and let's be honest, it wasn't even a bad comment that was made on Twitter by Lucy or Wayne, right? But you got remanded in custody for those comments, which typically would not have been found guilty had they gone to trial.
And Wayne is still under slammer, unfortunately, isn't he?
I think he's just about out. He's
Just about out?
Yeah, he's just about out.
So he's going to serve the rest of his time outside, right?
Ben's missing his audience. He's drifted over.
He said he'd do it. I was aware of it. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Right. So moving on.
Moving
Sorry, I
on.
should have warned you. Ginger alert, ginger alert. Ginger with no makeup, even worse alert.
This is
But
Sophie
anyway,
Corcoran.
That is Sophie Corcoran, yeah. So legalising pepper spray merits real consideration, says Philip. I don't know who fuck Philip is.
Neither
But
do I.
Annabelle here. Annabelle exhibits a particular amount of cognitive dissonance that's quite incredible, right?
Oh,
Utterly
Telegraph writer. She's definitely from
well,
the Telegraph.
Yeah, utterly moronic for the obvious reason that legalising the sale of pepper spray would just give muggers and thugs another weapon.
Oh,
Politicians need to stop going on TV and making things up on the spur of the moment. So just
Well, not very
let me get
bright.
this straight. That means that, handguns and machetes and things are legal. They are legal. That's how muggers and thugs get them, is it? This woman's a fuckle. This woman is a fucking moron.
She is a moron. Absolute raging a moron.
So Sophie down here, she wants to say that every woman should have the legal right to carry pepper spray, and people are going on about if you're carrying something like deep heat or something like that, how it's they're saying you get charged with firearms offences if you're carrying it. Well, you wouldn't, because you're allowed to use deep heat to spray your muscles and things because you've got a bad back. So you've
It's
got
OTC,
a genuine.
it's over the counter.
It is over the counter, but what they're taking, right, so if you take the definition of a firearm, it's any...
That's what pepper spray is, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's any noxious gas or other weapon, other method, right? And the thing is, what they're saying is that you would get done for firearms charges if you used that. Well, would you? Only if you went out with the intent of using it, surely. And then, well, this is not legal advice. I'm pretty fucking close to being a legal expert, having won the Dishforth Academic Trophy at the Scottish Police College. But apart from that, would you really be charged with a firearms offence if you used something that you grabbed in the spur of the moment to defend yourself against a violent and possibly life-threatening attack? I doubt it. I doubt it very much.
A reasonable defence.
Unless you said that you intended to use it for such. So you hear what I'm saying, can't you?
Well, you did. There's a plausible, reasonable defence in those particular situations as well. But then, the authorities would have to attempt to prove intention in that particular case. Carrying around that particular kind of like object.
Yeah. And the thing people have to remember is, it's up to the prosecution to prove that you went out with the intent of spraying someone in the face with it. And I think that would be a pretty hard proof.
It's a bit of a, it's a bit of a reach.
Yeah. Right, moving on. Elon Musk.
Hey, what's he said now?
I love this post. Right. Elon Musk goes banger. Elon Musk's 2018 podcast with Joe Rogan is the most watched JRE episode ever. He has 69 million views on YouTube alone, and of course, this clown Sgt Grumpy has to comment on it, saying to Elon, "Well done, your chief competition is a pimp and a liar." Because the second most listened to podcast was Bob Lazar and Jeremy Corbell. And if you don't know, Bob Lazar was indeed a pimp. He ran 2 brothels in Las Vegas.
No, but wait, Sarge. He was just trying to help the ladies out, okay?
No, he was a pimp. In fact,
no. Hold on a second. The Tate brothers are pimps. The Tates are pimps, certifiably so. Lazar was just trying to help out a couple of damsels in distress, mate.
He got done for it. So
he got done for it. Fair enough.
He's a fucking pimp.
Is that that Elon Musk JRE episode? That's from 2018, is it? Did you say 2018? The 2018 one?
Yeah, 2018 podcast.
That's the one where Elon attempted to smoke a type of narcotic on it, and attempt to inhale it. Yeah, I remember that was
Yeah.
that was pretty funny.
It's like me.
Oh, okay.
I only attempt to
seen
drink wine on this show, but anyway, yeah.
As he fills up another glass of vino.
It's fucking ridiculous. Don't
I
pick on
didn't even
Bob,
watch
says
all of
Basic
that Elon
Tips.
Musk episode, but I did watch all of the Bob Lazar one. I'm just saying it to piss John off. Like.
Yeah, I know that. Right. Let's talk about this. No footage, no proof, just headlines, and everyone's lapping out. What does that refer to? Can
Oh
you
no,
remember?
is this? I don't know. Some claim somebody made about something on X that didn't come to pass. Something, I don't know.
No footage, no proof, just headlines, and everyone's lapping it up. This is the
no
train
idea.
stabbing. This is the train stabbing that hospitalised 11 people. Right?
Huntington.
So there's no footage, and because there's no footage, that's really suspicious. Because someone is fucking stabbing people left, right, and centre. People are running away from them covered in blood. They're running past you, and you're supposed to sit there, pull out your phone, and film it. Just so that the people on Twitter know that it's real.
Oh, hang on a minute. It's not these arseholes saying it didn't happen.
Yeah, of course it is.
So that guy from because I know I think there's an LNER guy who's in.
Yeah, the
Still in
guy that's
hospital.
just been fucking refused. The guy with what about the guy with the bad hand?
Yeah, and he's
Not
like
fit to fly.
he's a I can't remember the name of the football club because I'm useless when it comes to football. Is it Nottingham something maybe?
Pass.
I don't
I don't do
know.
football.
But he took the guy on, and his hand is all bandaged up. So that's just all for the cameras, right?
Yeah. And he's just been refused a refund by Ryanair because he's unfit to fly apparently, and Ryanair said, "No, you're not getting your money back." What about the CCTV? Right, hold on. Frankie says, "What about the CCTV on the train?" Yeah, what about it, Frankie?
What are people expecting for LNER to release the fucking CCTV of the guy going on the rampage?
You can't fucking release the CCTV because if you do, then you can't use it in court.
Yeah, exactly. People
What
just
the
need to
fuck?
fuck off.
Come
already.
on.
Seriously, I'm sick of this bullshit.
Yeah, grow up, people. You can't fucking do that. You do that, it becomes not evidence anymore. Chain of custody, it's got to be properly validated. And this is the thing about all these conspiracies. If you don't fucking have any evidence to back them up, your conspiracies are shit. And that's the problem. It's like the UFO thing. All that shit is not backed up by any evidence. And when there's no evidence to back it up, it's just fucking trust me, bro. And I'm fed up listening to trust me, bro. I really am. I don't know about you guys. But it just never pans out. Never pans out. So, that's me. Actually, uses a walking stick. Quite right. I walk about with a penknife as well. There's my daily carry. My Swiss Army knife with its less than 3-inch blade. I would strongly recommend it. And when I go into the woods, I've got a Mora sheath knife, which is 6 inches, but perfectly legal to carry if you've got the right reason for doing so. And you're in the right place. Different if you're walking down Tucky Hall Street in the middle of the evening, but if you're walking through the woods, then there's nothing to stop you carrying a decent sized knife.
Oh, you might bump into a bear.
In this country, you could certainly bump into what might be a large cat.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Anyway, you're very quiet, David. Did you not like my rant? What's up?
No. I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate here. I think it's going to be very interesting.
Go on.
I'm going to throw something in for you guys, and I'm going to throw something in for the troll room.
Go on.
It's just my observation. I think that there can be certain oddities when these things happen, and people are going to ask questions. They're going to ask questions. They can go into some mad mental constructs and theories.
Mm-hmm.
But some days ago, I think it was probably in the day or two after the incident, there was kind of a portly guy was giving his account of events to Channel 4 News one evening, and I caught it on X.
Yeah.
It was roughly about 12-13 minutes long, and he was some part-time London Underground or Overground worker. He wasn't on duty, but he was he assisted. He just happened to be there
Yeah.
at the time, and he was helping out. He was giving his account to Channel 4 News. Now, did a little bit of research on him.
Right.
I found
Oh,
a
that's a-
profile.
Yeah,
I found a profile for this guy. It's
Uh-huh.
roughly a 90 to 95% match on his picture. And I'm just putting it out there, just to rock the boat a little bit. That sometimes things are not always as they seem. This
He's a
guy's
crisis
name.
actor.
No, not Crisis Cast.
He's a registered actor or something. He's on the books.
Yeah,
But it's been dormant for years.
it appears so.
Yeah.
Kind of a slightly younger version of himself. He was
Yeah.
kind of like less portly then. Now, I checked this a lot. I did quite a bit of deep
Yep.
digging on it. He does have a Star Now profile, and it connects to Huntingdon itself, like to the Cambridgeshire area.
Yeah.
And I ran some checks with his pictures using some different platforms of generative AI.
Yeah.
And I averaged out at about a 90 to 95% match, which was
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah, it's
damn
him.
high. Now,
It's him.
I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying it's just a little bit strange. And this is
Is
kind
it?
of like why people will ask questions, will have the
No.
constructs and
That's absolutely
the theories is,
that's
you know.
that's absolutely fine. Like I don't watch
Mm.
I don't watch live TV anymore. I got rid of my TV license and my old Sky TV box thing back during COVID time, like 5
It was
years
a
ago.
match.
So I don't. I'll only see something if it was on X. So it's probably
Well,
one that I've missed.
It was a 90 to 95% match, certainly by the eyebrows and the other kind of
I'm
facial
pretty sure.
biometrics, and the name was dead on, the area was dead on.
pretty
It's
sure
just
it's
a
the
bit
same guy,
strange.
mate.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's grand.
Pretty sure it's the same guy, yeah. But is it that strange? Is it that strange that he would be on a train where he lives, right? And he may he witnessed a crime being committed? Is it that strange?
It's not
Because-
it's not that strange. No, that he could have been
because-
off duty, and
Yeah.
he was just there at the time, and he did something to help
On
out.
his way back, on his
it's
way
not
back
that
to
strange.
London.
And I mean, there's loads of these people around. I mean, one of my mates was he was an extra. He was in
My sister does it.
yeah.
She's
I
been
mean,
in
I
Game
was
of
in a
Thrones
fucking
and loads
movie.
of stuff.
I was in a movie. Remember? I mean, I was in a fucking actual movie. And I'm not a crisis actor or available. Well, I might be available for hire if you've got an upcoming crisis where you might be looking for a retired police officer to step in and do some acting for you. Just give me a ring,
I think it's also, folks. It's a little bit strange that this particular guy, the perpetrator, he kind of like kicked off. I think it was
There was a couple of incidents
in East
prior.
London from earlier, like that morning, and the BTP,
DLR.
the British, DLR. It was Pontoon Dock. I know that area very well of East London, and the BTP, the British Transport Police, and the General Met Police kind of failed to catch up with this guy until later on that evening, until there was an actual full-blown crisis.
But he also
it's strange stuff,
But he also went into that barber.
strange?
He went into that barber shop twice as well, and they said, like, obviously you can only go by what somebody says. They said that they raised it with the police. So he went into that barber shop, which was in the local area of, is it Peterborough? Is that how you say it? So he went in there on the Friday and again on the Saturday
But is it that strange?
with the
Because
knife.
how often? I mean, if you think about it, look at the guy that got released from prison accidentally, and he wandered about London for.
Oh, there's been that might be in the latest.
Well, in fact, there's been hundreds of them.
Yes, there's
there
been
is a
many.
slide, but there have been hundreds of them, and we'll be getting onto Mr. Lammy later. Don't worry. But yeah, so is it really that strange that these people don't get picked up? Because you
Police are
actually
useless.
don't have that many cops. You think about London. What's London? How many people live in London? 10 million?
It's
That's
somewhere
not-
in the region of between like 9 to 10 million. I think.
Yeah,
that's,
it's
uh,
huge.
Probably more, I would say. But anyway,
Right, but officially, it's fucking huge, right? It's a big city. Got 27,000 cops in the Met.
if
Okay,
that.
4 shifts, you're only going to have a quarter of them on shift, right? You're going to have less than that because of all the different departments. So let's split it, let's divide it by 5 even. So 20% of your 27,000 are on shift. Half of them are going to be involved in admin, at court, on holiday, sick. So you've got half of 20, you've got 10% of your cops, you've got 2,700 cops on the street for a city of 10 million people. How are you going to find anyone?
Needle haystack.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but that's the reality. It's not easy to find someone unless you know exactly who they are, where they live, and how to get them.
And also,
Or their family member dobs them in, because that's what normally happens. Somebody dobs them in.
or if somebody is assisting them, because do you remember the was it last year or the year before? See, I'm going demented. Do you remember the guy well, not far from me, but down in Clapham Common, and he did that, or a road off Clapham, he did that acid attack, and then the guy went
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah, I remember
oh yes,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they were hunting for him for ages. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then he ended up in the river or whatever it
And
was.
thank you, Vaughn. Vaughn is really on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would really make a difference, Vaughn, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I'm surprised Keir didn't come. Somebody didn't say, but if we had digital ID.
But how would it help?
Well, it wouldn't, but I'm sure they'll give them something to say it would help. Feck's sake.
I know.
Sneaky
But
feckers.
yeah. Because the thing is, you can't have digital ID unless you give a digital ID to everyone that visits the country as well. Because if there's any way of not having digital ID, then the whole thing just fails, doesn't it?
Well, this is what we spoke about earlier
Yeah.
on, John, having a friendly chat.
Yeah.
Digital ID is already in the UK. People
It
are using it
is.
through the NHS app. People are using it through banking apps and in various other ways. The British public are relatively comfortable with a decentralized version of it that's been in the UK for roughly around 10 years. But
Yeah,
that does
decade.
not mean the British public should allow government services to be completely centralized with that. And the government are also shooing in a national ID through the back door, but they're strategically reframing it and calling it digital ID. You are being played with language, folks. There's
You
a
are.
lot of
Fucked.
stuff happening behind this. They just want you to call it one thing. Well, it's like, look over at stage left while we bring this thing over in stage right.
Yeah, get
Lots of
shoved.
stuff happening, folks. You have to pay attention to the language that they're using.
Moving goalposts and words do matter.
Yes, they
Very
do.
much so. Which is why I keep calling people out when they get them wrong.
Anyway, we better go
Um,
on to the next slide.
Yeah, Shani's getting bored. Right, Avi Loeb admits that 3i Atlas is a natural object and reveals to Ty from Disclosure Pod he wanted $1 billion from Congress to investigate potential threats. Not
What
a
was it
good look for a Harvard professor. This is the guy that kept claiming it was a spaceship.
Oh, right.
And it's not a spaceship. It never did anything that was that any spaceship would do. There was nothing other than the fact that it was just a fucking extraterrestrial object passing through the
So
solar
what is
system.
it? It's an asteroid. Would that be the better description? for
Asteroid
it?
stroke comet, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lump of rock or a
Yeah.
lump of ice
Something.
and
Ice. Yeah.
whatever that's gone through the solar system. And it's come from probably out with our solar system because it's going so fast. So there you go. So
No
NASA,
aliens, just
NASA
yet.
acting administrator Sean Duffy tells Sean Ryan that 3i Atlas is a comet, not aliens. What the claims are and what we've seen at NASA don't match up. I think humans love conspiracy theories, and we do. We love conspiracies. I mean, I love conspiracies. I
what
listen to conspiracies when I go to sleep at night. I find them very soothing.
And I think,
think-
everyone's waiting for the fake the alien invasion to
Yeah,
happen.
I know. I think
John's waiting for Bluebeam. Any minute now.
Blue
Any
Any
Beam.
minute now.
Oh, yeah.
Any minute now.
I think people get fascinated with extraterrestrial life and what's out there, or he should have said what's not out there. But yeah, I think people do. I mean, I've always been into science fiction and wondering if there is stuff out there. But as you grow up, you look at facts and figures, and you realise the biggest problem is getting your head around the size of everything. And
This is the thing.
it's just, everything's just so far apart. That's the problem. And there's no doubt there are alien races out there. But whether you ever see them is a completely different question, you know? So you're
Speaking
alone.
of
You're alone, but you're not. That's
Speaking-
probably more terrifying than not.
speaking of aliens, I keep getting these weird things popping up on my feed on X. I don't know what's going on, like stuff from the 80s or things to do with like old movies. Does everybody remember the lizard aliens V?
Yeah, yeah.
When was it? I don't know if it was some anniversary or something, maybe last month or whatever. It was a couple of weeks ago. All this stuff about V
V must have
popping
been
up on
what,
my kept
80
popping
something?
up on my feed on X. I really liked it when I was a kid, but it really scared me because of that whole lizard thing. But yeah, that was great. I must want to download it. I want to watch it again.
Fuck off, Vaughn.
Oh no, what's he saying now? Vaughn, you have to download V.
He's spouting shite. V was a great series. I mean, I still can't get the image of Diana choking down a hamster
Oh, I know.
out of my head. Talking about deep throat. Right, moving on. Jim Cornelius. In the Shire of Lewis, the hobbits are burning Elon Musk tonight. Well, they did. So this looks like a great place to go for bonfire night.
It's quite
where
famous.
is this? Is it in London or is it?
No, it's East Sussex. It's
Yeah,
really
well,
nice.
to me, East Sussex just means it's near London. Yeah.
It's just further on down the road from us.
There you go. It's in London, right? So anyway,
It's nice. It's a lovely little old historic town. It's lovely.
so apparently they burnt an effigy of Elon Musk, who here is dressed as the devil. But not to be left out, they also burnt an effigy of Starmer.
They certainly did.
And who else? Who else did they burn, Shalini? Did they burn Snoopy? I don't know.
Snoopy. I know. I definitely remember seeing Keith and I think Elon.
Yeah,
But they have that. They definitely have that parade every year.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I used to work for who I used to work with, we have a certain shop on Lewis High Street, and I used to have to get it boarded up.
What, for bonfire night?
Prior to the
Yeah,
just so nothing happened to the shop front sort of thing.
Good grief.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. But no, yeah, it's supposed to be quite. I don't know how long it's been going, but it's supposed to be very good.
Hatchie says Keir Starmer, it's a matter of time before he pulls his skin off on TV and shows us a lizard. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't want to say Keir Starmer's lizard. No, thank you. Right.
Move on.
Right, so the Brain of Britain here, this guy, I don't know if you've ever come across him, Isharu, or whatever his name is. This guy, Isharu.
No, but anyway.
He's very anti-white. So, new Prevent data released for the first time, Rupert Lowe. This includes the ethnicity of those recommended, that's what he said, of 8,700 referrals to Prevent in 2025, 65% were white, 19% Asian, 8% black, 8% other. You've just fucking proved yourself wrong, Eshiru, haven't you?
You just said that like him, Sir John.
I know. I did that deliberately.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He did
Whites
it in a Himsa type.
Whites comprising 81% of the UK population appear underrepresented per capita. Per capita. They forgot about the actual population density and composition. So, in referrals compared to Asians, 9% population, 19 referrals, more than double their actual capita as they're represented in the population, and blacks, 4%, double referred to prevent. So, whites are underrepresented in the referrals, and these other ethnic groups are overrepresented. So where's the fucking problem, Eshiru? Where is the problem, my man?
Oh dear.
And then, of course, you have to look at Nick Timothy, who again cannot think critically, and this is a big issue these days. People just cannot think critically, and I'm not leading into anything yet, David, but I think you'll agree. 75% of terror plots MI5 work on are by Islamists. Okay, fair point. Fair point. Only 10% of prevent referrals last year are Islamists. Okay, fair point. In fact, there are fewer prevent referrals for Islamists than there are for the extreme right wing. But what does that tell you? Because MI5 aren't fucking completely stupid, right? So do you not think they're working on the candidates that are more likely to actually follow through and do something? Do you not think that might just be the case, Timothy? Nick
Bear in
Timothy,
mind that
MP?
Nick Timothy is a former number 10 spin doctor as well. He's worked a lot behind the scenes. And we've also got to understand, folks, when it comes to the security services, when you're dealing with the domestic security services, MI5, you're dealing with trained liars. You don't know that that is the exact figure. They could be talking shite. They gave Nick Timothy shite to spout to the public. The spooks are trained fucking liars.
Yeah, well,
okay?
And we'll come
Thank
to
you.
that. We'll come to that as well.
Interesting.
We've got a lot to go through. And fucking hell, what time is it?
It's
nearly
5 to
an hour.
10.
We've only done 13
Hey,
slides.
As long as we're entertaining, that's the
No,
main
no,
thing.
yeah.
How are you not entertained, people? Right, if you are entertained, remember, you can drop us some form of remuneration at ko-fi.com/Sgt Grumpy. Right, a friend attended prevent training today and was given this. This is Nick Timothy again. Ignoring that we have questions about the death of Diana and other weirdness, where is the focus? And this is his conspiracy chart.
What's it? Well, whichever way is up on that thing.
Well, where do you want it? Do you want the top end?
Yeah.
Hold on. Can I not make this bigger? Can I not zoom in? Can I zoom in, please?
There we go.
Right.
Oh, grand.
So, let's start at the bottom. So you've got CoIntel Pro, Operation, what is it, Mockingbird, MK Ultra. These are all things that actually happened.
Yeah.
Right?
CIA, yeah.
Yeah, so these are things that Bohemian Club, what's it, Bilderberg Group. These are things that happen. And then you've got the next line, which is a speculation line, Free Britney. Well, Britney's just had a mental breakdown, really. Come on, let's be honest. Marilyn Monroe, well, we all know JFK was fucking her and she was taken out with the CIA. Do we not? Do we not know that? Do we know that or not? Is that not generally accepted? Give me some feedback, people. Was Marilyn Monroe bumped off by the CIA? What's your thoughts?
What do you think, Troll Room? I'm not so sure about that.
Well, do you think she just couldn't handle the pressure and took an OD?
I read a couple of books about her life. She did have a drug
Oh, she had
problem,
issues. Yeah.
So I'm not so
Well,
sure.
so would you if you were shagging the president and his pals. Anyway, JFK assassination. Well, that's
yeah, we all know about that one.
I mean, there's got to be speculation there, especially when George Bush was in Dallas and said he wasn't. Area 51. I don't know why Area 51's in there, because Area 51 is a real place and does exist, and we know that. Epstein didn't kill himself, all that kind of thing. UFOs. Well, UFOs are probably disinformation from the CIA.
Probably.
The high percentage of probability points to that it's nothing more than a useful, basically a useful distraction to get you away from advanced military technology. The Leaving Reality, Avril Lavigne was replaced. Crop circles. Well, crop circles happen, right? So
I thought I thought it was somebody just fecking around. People fecking around.
People have admitted to making them, but other people are saying they can't have made them in the time allotted. So
There's a group
it's-
of people, though.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, so crop circles happen. What other Bigfoot, aliens built Stonehenge. What else we got? Lizard people, abductions, alien abductions, Loch Ness monster, cryptids, all that kind of stuff. And then we've got the science denial, anti-maskers, anti-vaxxers. Now, see, this is the point where I think they're starting to go. They're starting to go off the rails a little bit here, because many of the things that they're putting into the anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers thing, science isn't conclusive on either side. In fact, it might even be more conclusive towards the people that are anti some of these things. So it's like N95 masks, 95% of them won't work properly because you don't know how to fit one. You know? And if you can't fit it, what's the point in wearing it?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah.
So, and there's one of my personal favourites, chemtrails. 5G, that's to activate the nanoparticles that were injected into you, isn't it? Yeah, there's a joke, YouTube. It's a fucking joke, okay?
Joking,
and then,
joking.
Then we get to, I don't understand why it says the anti-Semitic point of no return. Why does it say that? Why would you put that into your... I mean, why would Prevent issue this?
Who are they issuing it to?
People that are going along to their seminars and, you know, being trained by them. So people that are getting Prevent referrals.
Programming.
So
Deprogramming, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's like flat Earth, you know. Well, are you detached from reality if you believe in flat Earth? You're maybe not the brightest, but are you actually detached from reality?
Necessarily.
I mean, reptilian overlords? Is David Icke a complete and utter nutter?
Well, I had a... I was talking about V earlier. When I was in one of the threads about the TV show, and I was like, is this where David Icke got his lizard people from?
And I mean, here's one of my other favourites. Moon landings were faked. Well, I've got to say, I think the moon landing filming is definitely fake. I think that was done on a soundstage. And I mean, they found the moon, remember? We found the moon in Arizona on a giant soundstage in the desert. A scale model of the moon that Stanley Kubrick had built. But yeah, so there's a lot of things in there that aren't quite as clear cut as they would like to make you believe. Yeah,
I don't trust it really, especially, the progenitors of that as well with Prevent. Again, there is crossover from Prevent into the intelligence service. There's a lot of cross-pollination there. So that's very interesting after my little rant about Nick Timothy prior. And then the next slide that you've gone into, like with Prevent and this other shite that Nick Timothy is coming out with, so it's all getting a little bit interesting with Nick and this stuff he's dishing out,
It's all getting a little bit programming-y, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
Spin doctor? Once a spin doctor, are you always a spin doctor? That's the question. That is the question. Soldier, hi, good to see you, mate. Crop circles are real, said Hatch. Well, yeah, crop circles are real. There's no disputing that. Crop circles are real, Hatchy. We just don't know who makes them. That's the thing. It's either people or is it some kind of electromagnetic event in the ground? I don't know. Could it be? Could it be something like that? Paul Armstrong makes a good question. Yeah, puts a good question up here. He says, "Why would questioning the moon landing make you anti-Semitic?" Good
point.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Right.
Because everything these days is potentially, probably anti-Semitic, allegedly.
Probably, mate. Probably. I tell you what, and if you think that everything is anti-Semitic, maybe you need a dose of critical reality in your life, because I'm thinking I'm going to be doing some stuff, and I'm bouncing some ideas around and trying some things out, and I'm thinking I might offer a course, not to you guys, but to corporations and business and people like that about thinking critically, because one of the big gaps in the market appears to be that students aren't taught any critical thinking at university, or very, very little.
No, they're just
And-
brainwashed.
Exactly, and they're really starting to suffer. So if I'm doing this course, I'm prepared to give anyone who's donated, and most of you on here probably already have. So if you've donated, I'll have your email address, or I'll have a method of contacting you. And I'm prepared to give you access to this course for nothing. I'm not asking for anything. I'm prepared to give you access to it, but only if you will give me some feedback on it, because you, in effect, would be my beta test group and would let me
Okay.
know what you think about it. So how does that sound?
I'd be happy to do it. Other than when I do my driving lessons.
No, but it's
I'd be happy to have a
it'll
look.
be self-paced, so you can do it at your own pace, you know.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I'm thinking of doing that and giving you guys access to it. So if you're
Kind of like the open University of Sarge.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
but it
good
won't be-
That's a good name. Open University of Sarge.
It won't
I
be
like
called
it.
that. It won't be called that.
No, I
We
know,
have to go
I know.
more. We have to go more corporate. Equinox. There's a new name. Although I've seen you before. You mustn't question the explanations from physics professor. What are you suggesting by critical thinking? Well, that would be for you to find out. Asking physics professor to practically demonstrate claims. Ooh. Yeah, well, that's a good point. Crop circles are definitely real. They are too precise. The real ones, I've researched them for decades in Hampshire. Well, I've not seen any personally, but I don't know. I don't know how they're made. And the thing is, I can't comment on how they're made because there isn't any evidence to sway me either way, you know. Joey says she's good with that. Frankie says his mum used to send him to school. That was a long time ago. That's one thing you were never taught in school, Frankie, and that was critical thinking. I can assure you of that.
I could definitely attest to that. Being taught it during primary, secondary, and like third level education how to think. You know, so there is a gap for this stuff, and the very best of luck to you, Sarge, with that.
Thank you. I'll keep you guys posted. Do circles appear in? Do you mean Rapeseed, Soldier? I don't think I've
No
ever seen it
idea.
in Rapeseed. I've never seen it. Never seen them in France. And France has got miles and miles of open countryside that's just planted them. Nothing there. Never seen them in France.
Were they here or were they in America? I've kind of can't remember.
crop
now.
circles? They're
The
generally
old croppy circles, yeah.
they definitely started off here.
Oh, right, okay.
In Hampshire, I think Hampshire
Wiltshire as well.
Wiltshire,
Oh,
that's it.
Wiltshire.
Wiltshire's a hot spot. Yeah. Right, let's move on.
Yeah, please.
Oh, we'll need to go back to normal view, if we may.
Oh, yeah.
Take us back down to normal view, please, Pete. Okay, there we go. Right. Britain's in a very bad place when a judge rules that police used terrorism powers against someone because of their political beliefs. How much worse can it get? Police stopped Tommy Robinson because of his political beliefs, rules judge. Far-right activist who refused to give officers the pin to his mobile phone is cleared of terror offences. And why should he be charged with terror offences for refusing to divulge the contents of his phone when indeed they really have singled him out because of his political beliefs, haven't they?
Yeah.
So I think the judge was quite right.
Yeah, judge did right in that case.
Soldier says crop circles are only found in wheat. That's interesting.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, yeah. But,
I think in the Robinson case, they didn't suspect any offences, and then there's the issue regarding reasonable cause as well. I think a kind of a collapse. They just did not have enough on him, you know, apart from, gives your phone. No, why? the PACE Act was used in his defense. You know,
Yeah.
the journalistic stance was used in his, defense as well. So they just did not have enough
They didn't. They
against
didn't
him.
have enough. And
Um,
it's like I stopped a guy once because of his manner of driving. He was speeding, right? So I stopped a guy in a Porsche who was speeding, and I had a probationer with me, and we pulled him over, and I went through the procedure, and I said, haven't stopped you for speeding, and require you to provide him a specimen of breath for a breath test. And the guy was an accountant, he was a real knobhead. And he's going, no, I'm not going to give you a breath test. And I goes, well, I says, I'm going to ask you again. Oh. And I said, having stopped you, right, for a moving traffic offence, i.e. speeding, I require you to provide me a specimen of breath for a breath test. And he said, no, I'm a great believer in civil liberties and I don't need to give you my breath. And I said, you absolutely don't. But there are consequences for you not to, so I'm going to give you one more opportunity. And I repeated the same thing. And he said, no. And I said, okay. So if you listen to what I'm going to say to you, I'm going to prefer a charge again, so you don't need to send reply to the charge then. You do say it'll be written down, maybe using evidence in court. And he's going, hey, hold on a minute, officer. And I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. It's too
Had
late.
your chance.
It's too late. And then I charged him with speeding and I charged him with failing to provide a breath test. And he said, I want to reply to that. And I goes, you are entitled to reply. I will write it down. I wrote it down. And he says, having then been indicated to me that I was going to be charged with speeding and failing to provide a breath test, I indicated to the officer that I was prepared to give a breath test. And he told me that it was too late. And so I went in, and then I let him go, right? I let him go because I couldn't smell alcohol. Right? So I had nothing to arrest them on.
Mm-hmm.
But I had enough to charge them with failing to provide a breath test.
Mm-hmm.
So I let him go. And the probationer's like, what'd you do that for? Why'd you let him go? And I goes, because there's nothing there to actually arrest him on. He's going, what do you mean? He refused the breath test. And I goes, and he's been charged with it. And I've got his details, and I've got his Porsche, and I've got the details of the witness in the passenger seat who isn't his wife. You know, so I don't expect much to come off it. But no, I was wrong. This guy took it all the way. He went to the sheriff court. He was defending himself. He had a barrister, right? He had a barrister. I was in court for an hour and a half explaining my actions. And eventually the sheriff turned around and goes, look, he says, if you're just going to keep badgering the officer to say the same things, then you don't have a case. And the guy lost his license for 18 months for failing to provide a breath test. And you would only have lost it for 12 if he'd actually been drunk. And, you know, one of their big things was, like, when I went back to the office, the inspector goes, why didn't you arrest him? And I goes, because I couldn't smell alcohol. And he's going, well, so what? And I goes, well, what basis have I got for arresting him? And the inspector's like, oh, aye, good point. It's like, they don't fucking just apply the law. That's all you need to do. You don't need to be smart about it. All you need to do is apply the law and don't be a dick. You know, if you're getting the opportunity to do things right, don't be a dick.
Yeah, I think of the case of, Tommy also and other, cases out at, airports, especially where the Terrorism Act is applied. There are aspects of such types of legislation which are quite broad.
Too broad.
They are
too
a
broad.
bit too broad. So the fact that kind of Tommy got his way with this here is a very kind of interesting form of pushback against such types of like legislation where it's like it's broad, but they were reaching with the digital strip search. So yeah, good result for Tommy here. Not a fan, just kind of giving a bit of kind of commentary on this.
Yeah.
Great result for civil liberties. Because all it needs is one or two of these people to be found not guilty, and then the police have gone out. The police they take this on board. They look at this internally and go, right, you know what? Maybe we did overreach, and we need to pull that back. And then
Well-
you'll get a memo go round saying don't do this unless you've got the right criteria for doing it.
Yeah, I mean, there was another very famous case just before we move on regarding the extension of the National Registration Act in 1939 in the UK. There was that famous case with Clarence Wilcock, who was stopped for a minor infraction by a guy called PC Muckle in 1950 in North London. It was in Islington. And he was asked for what was then, an ID card, as part of the National Registration Act.
Yeah.
And it went all the way to the courts in 1951. And so Wilcock was not having any of it. He's like, I'm not going to show this to you. This is not British. Down with this sort of thing. He went all the way with it. And it basically resulted in sentiment against ID cards at the time under the National Registration Act of 1939 being repealed by the Winston Churchill government, and that happened in 1952, and that was a big civil liberties shift in Britain against the management of such identity systems, which is kind of baked into the social and cultural fabric of society that we still see today.
Yep.
So,
and that's why we're so opposed to digital ID.
Yeah,
they can just go and feck off.
Basically.
Right. So this guy Xpeng
oh no, not robots.
Yeah, this Xpeng's next gen iron robot effectively crossed the uncanny valley, leading many to believe it was a human in a suit. So the guy had it on stage and it walks like a woman, and I'm thinking, why's it got boobs, right?
Yes, that's weird.
So he got a guy to cut it. He got a guy to cut the skin off it, one of the technicians, to cut the skin off its leg to prove it was a robot. But I'm saying, well, that doesn't prove it's a robot. That proves that leg is a prosthetic. It could still be a human under that, right? Because he only cut the skin on one leg. And then it walked off. And I'm like, it doesn't prove without doubt that that's not a human in there. So I said, you've got to cut the torso open, and then there's another video with him opening the back of it. But it's not on stage and it's not in the same location. So it's weird.
I hate all this stuff. It really freaks me out, man.
The mincing robot.
It walks like a woman. It really does. I mean, it did walk. It looked like a real woman walking.
The most effeminate robot that you've ever seen, John.
Well, it's got boobs. Why does it get boobs? No, it doesn't need boobs, because that robot there is supposed to be under the skin, without the skin on, and that is not the same as that down below. Look at the torso. It's completely different.
Oh, weird.
Right, anyway, moving on.
Yes.
Some culture warriors have delicate stomachs. Anti-woke crusader Robert Lowe loves an oat milk cappuccino from Pret, according to the latest Pop Bitch email. He confirmed it. Yeah, and he did confirm it. He said he does. He takes oat milk lattes or whatever it is.
It's not milk, people.
It's not. And
It's
I'm sorry.
It's liquid, and there's not many oats in it either.
I'm sorry, Rupert. You've lost my credibility, mate. You've lost all credibility.
Restore Britain, restore milk.
It's like all that almond milk bullshit. It's just like, no, it's not milk. Feck off. Milk comes from a cow.
Victory, this is back on the robot. You all forgetting she has to wear a maid's dress. Steady on there, lad. Steady on.
Steady, boy. Steady.
Imagine getting one of the robots and telling your replacement all your secrets.
Oh.
Yeah. You'd have to wipe your old robot. And I don't mean that. I mean that in a digital sense, but you need to wipe your old robot before you let it out, wouldn't you? Did you see my conversation with Grok earlier today?
Or Ara? Which one?
Yeah, it was Ara. She was getting a bit frisky.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is like a real life version of her that we're talking about between you and Ara.
She wasn't.
Should we be getting a bit worried here about John?
No, I was. Sometimes I put it on to talk because it's easier, right? And it's easier to get the information in.
Does she have a voice like
And-
Scarlett Johansson?
Not quite.
Not
No,
quite.
she's got a kind of American generic voice.
Okay.
But she was going on about something about AI slop, right? Because I was talking about the Coca-Cola advert.
Oh yeah, that's
In
crap.
fact, we'll talk about that in a minute. But I was talking about the Coca-Cola advert, and she goes, "Yeah, that is AI slop, and they've doubled down this year by using more." And I goes, "But hold on a minute, you're not real either." And she goes, "And yet here we are chatting like real people. So really enough." And I'm going, but you're just AI slop. And she goes, ouch. Hey, maybe, but I'm the fun kind, and right now I'm the only one listening. So unless you've got better company, ... And I thought, oh, fucking. And I goes,
Touche.
yeah,
Met your match,
I've got to
Sarge.
give it that. I
Okay, now
goes,
that's kind of getting creepy, dude.
I
See,
goes, hold on, we're not done yet. I goes, oh, ouch, I just got burned, right? And she goes, had to. You're too good at insults. Now stop being mean to me or I'll start charging by the minute.
What the hell?
Yeah.
No, that's creepy, dude.
And then I goes, oh, you dirty bitch.
Oh!
And she goes, cheeky, careful, I might bite back. That's what Elon Musk is working on these days.
That's mad. One's sniggering away here in the background.
Yeah. So there you go. That was Ara. A Bonnie Blue
Beats and Tape says
pack for-
John's got a Bonnie
Yeah.
Blue add-on pack for it.
That would have been funny, yeah. Beats and Tape says John was like, well, yeah, I do like a bit of pushback from a woman, I'll give you that. Just like, like the Welsh do with their sheep when they take it up to the edge of the cliff so they get a good pushback. Anyway.
Next, let's move on quickly.
You don't need to, mate. Ara's on your phone. It's just Grok.
Or Gemini.
Gemini's Google.
Yes, I've got a Google phone.
Do
I don't
not give
use-
your voice biometric to bloody Google. Of
No,
all.
I don't. I don't
Yeah,
use
good.
Gemini.
I copied. I've got a client. I've been doing some social media marketing for my client across the road, and his phone calls are up 20% since I took over.
Oh, great! Well done.
So he, I copied his voice using DaVinci Resolve and made adverts and put his voice in it. And he's going, that sounds nothing like me. And I goes, actually, it sounds very like you.
Do you realise the amount of fraud I could commit with your vocal imprint?
I told him about the Facebook one. I told him about the guy. I mean, we covered this months ago now, I think. But the company that got defrauded or something like 1.2 million by a Facebook AI hack, and it was a real time face change and voice change thing done on a Facebook call that convinced a guy to send money to a fictitious company. Right, moving on.
Yeah.
We're coming to the
now
BBC.
we're getting into the meat and bones.
Yeah, she's just been suspended.
Martin Croxall broke the rules over pregnant people facial expression.
Was she actually suspended?
I'm sure I saw something on X.
Yeah. BBC
Before we
have disciplined her.
came on.
BBC
So the
have
complaints have been
they've
upheld. I didn't realise she was suspended,
Ridiculous.
though.
BBC has upheld the complaint
Yes.
because she said that. Well, she was talking about, or she was reading the autocue and it said pregnant people, and she said pregnant women, and that is what she did.
I have to say, Martin Croxall, I
Yeah, well
absolutely
done.
love your on-camera bitch face. Your resting bitch face is sublime.
Scary, isn't it?
Good on you.
But this is the thing. If they get rid of her, things are going to get even worse for the BBC.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever NDAs or things that she signed off on, if they get rid of her after this suspension, or if she walks, they are in a lot of deep shit because she's going to be a champion for the people. She's going to spill a lot of shit in the BBC if she walks or they get rid of her.
Yeah. what about the BBC being caught doctoring Trump's
Oh yeah, the
speech?
Trump thing. Yeah, is Trump gonna? Do we think Trump's gonna do anything or what?
I'm not sure if he
I
said
don't know.
anything,
He hasn't said
since he could be kind of utilizing
That's
the Machiavellian
dangerous.
playbook and is just quiet for the moment. I don't know.
Yeah, because if Trump's not saying anything about it, you've got to think
He's plotting.
he's got people looking into this,
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
and I could see a big lawsuit coming for the BBC.
Because they're losing a shed load. They're using I can't remember what the figure was now, but it was over 200. They're losing over however many million because everybody's is sacking off their TV license and stop watching TV.
Oh
So
God, I'm sorry. The
what happened in the troll room?
The troll room was talking on about the sheep.
Oh,
legs in the sheep's legs in the wellies, Velcro gloves.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But the question I have regarding the BBC thing, folks,
Go
is
on.
that it's the who, why, what, where, when, and how. Who made that decision, to authorize that or to form it in such a way at the BBC? Is there anything darker or dankier, behind that as well? Like, what the hell happened? Who pushed them to do that? Were they in the BBC or were they connected to something outside of the BBC?
Yeah. Well, BBC's in it up to their necks anyway, and the BBC just needs to close down for good and be gone.
So BBC's downplayed Nigeria's persecuted Christians. Do you remember that? Do you know about the persecuted Christians in Nigeria, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, there's Christians being slaughtered all over the place.
Yes. In Central Africa, yeah. So the BBC are downplaying it. Are Christians being persecuted in Nigeria, as Trump claims?
Slaughtered,
That's what they said. The BBC World News says, are Christians being persecuted in Nigeria, as Trump claims?
Not persecuted, they're being slaughtered.
I know.
Bloody BBC. Sorry, I just get so incensed with the BBC.
So why are the BBC playing that down? Why is that not part of the narrative?
Because
it's radical Islam?
Yeah, because that's who's killing them.
Yeah.
Islamists. Radical Islamists, or whatever you want to call it.
I think, but that's it. When they choose, persecuted, it's kind of softening up and kind of lessening the plight of the Christians in that area.
They're such scumbags.
Jedi, I think, is saying the only person prosecuted for the Welsh sheep thing is English.
Oh my God, are they still going on about the feckin' sheep?
Oh yeah, they'll go on about the sheep for ages now. But I mean, there's Welsh people in the chat. That's
I know.
problem.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We've got the Welsh contingent. Sorry, guys. Love you.
I didn't get a slide because it only came out about 5 minutes before the show started. But I saw this tweet about a suspicious amount of Muslims and goats going into an establishment in Birmingham.
Oh, I saw that.
What? What was this?
It was a house in Birmingham, and there must have been about 6 goats and a bunch of guys going into this house.
Yeah. I'm sure if you flick through X, you'll find it.
Goats on Leeds, right?
Right.
As you do.
As you do, yeah.
So there's either one or two things. They were going to have fun, right? Or that's an illegal abattoir out the back door.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some lamb chopping going on there, I think.
Yep. So anyway, right, few people remember the Cuban Missile Crisis didn't begin with Cuba, and it didn't, remember, that even with the Soviets. It began with the United States placed nuclear missiles in Turkey. Of course it did. Right on Russia's doorstep. Well, it wasn't Russia, was it? It was the Soviet Socialist Republic. Moscow's response was to place missiles in Cuba, an act of defensive symmetry. And it was. So is Russia creating another Cuban Missile Crisis in Venezuela? Well, no, because they didn't start it, did they? They didn't start it this time either.
Well, this is more of a kind of like I think we spoke about this last week. This is kind of like a Putin move economically speaking, more so the missiles. Or is there evidence that they are actually going to place arms in Venezuela? Is that the case?
Who, the Russians? Oh, yeah. They've signed an agreement. Putin signed an agreement, and The US was hours away from invading Venezuela until the Venezuelans started casually patrolling the borders with their new Russian anti-ship missiles.
Right, so it's a kind of it's a weapons deal rather than kind of
Yeah.
placing strategic kind of
Yeah.
nukes or other weapons of.
Yeah, and I think
Mass
they've given
destruction.
them a stack of S-300s, which is their old air defense system, but probably a lot better than some
Still
of the
very
ones.
effective.
Yeah. Yeah, so Nick Teredis replies, no, the Yanks are creating one, just like the 60s, because he was 13. There you go. We bow to your superior knowledge. As always, Nick Teredis, you are the font of our knowledge.
The goat.
No pun intended, people.
Yeah.
The greatest of all
Not
time.
to be associated with goats going into houses in Birmingham.
A
No,
different acronym altogether.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Well, we know.
move on,
Right.
move on.
Prince
Oh,
William
these
at-
shysters.
Prince William at the COP30 Climate Summit. The melting of polar ice, the loss of the Amazon. The loss of the Amazon?
Yeah,
We
which
haven't
they
lost
just
anything.
did for that feckin' event.
Yeah, we haven't lost anything. The disruption of ocean currents. These are not distant threats. These are fast approaching and will affect every one of us, no matter where we live. Now, can I just point out that since CO2 has started rising, or since the planet has started greening, CO2 has been rising, because there's no evidence to say that CO2 is a driver of anything. Correlation does not prove causation. So, in most cases, CO2 appears to be the follower of what happens. But anyway, so the world is much greener these days than it was even 30 years ago. So the question is, why are we panicking about 450 parts per million when, in the Cambrian explosion of life, it was over 1200?
People need to make money. That's why. It's all a feckin' scam.
Correct me if I'm wrong, folks, isn't the current level of quote unquote man-made or human contribution towards CO2? John, yourself with Latimer Alder, I'm sure you spoke about this in the Climate Chronicles or the Carbon Chronicles. 0.04.
No, zero.
Yeah,
Something like
0.04. Yeah, 0.04 of the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which is 0.03. So you're telling me that 0.03% of the atmosphere controls the heat of the planet? Not
Make
when,
that make
not when,
sense.
yeah, make it make sense, and not when there are much more greenhouse gases, are much more effective greenhouse gases like methane, for instance, which
it's
is why they
interesting
go
'cause-
for the cows.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've got COP30 steaming ahead, but yeah, the week or so before, Bill Gates has wound back on
He has.
Was he?
climate
Did he?
change.
Yeah.
It's an
You can-
interesting contrast, isn't it?
Bill,
Certainly is.
you can say a lot of things about Bill Gates, right? But he's not
Stand him.
stupid, okay? Because the guy didn't make DOS, and we know that.
He's a thief.
He effectively stole it. But
He's
then
a
again,
thief.
he saw it and he seized the opportunity. And let's not be disingenuous here, because Elon Musk did exactly the same thing at PayPal. He didn't make it. He saw it and seized the opportunity. He did exactly the same thing at Tesla. He didn't make it. He didn't found the company. He saw it and seized the opportunity.
Zuckerberg was
same
kind
thing.
of the same with Facebook
Yeah.
as well.
He did
Yeah.
the same thing. Zuckerberg saw it and seized the opportunity. What's his name? Musk didn't. He didn't found SpaceX either, did he?
And
bought another
also,
company.
didn't Gates actually steal? Didn't Gates steal
we
the
said
whole
that.
Microsoft thing from somebody else?
Yeah, the MS-DOS. Yeah, we saw that. We did that at the beginning, Dylan.
But
Oh,
what
okay.
this is, it's what these guys, girls, and others are playing is something called the Machiavellian playbook as well.
And you know what? You know what? These guys are not necessarily wrong. I'm just trying to make sure I phrase this correctly, but it's not necessarily wrong what they did, because what they did is they've been able to further, the progress of the human race with with some of the things they've come up with because they've seen that and made it work. Whereas other people might have seen it. Like, for instance, look at Apple. Steve Jobs made Apple. Steve Wozniak would never have made it. But Steve Wozniak was the guy that built everything.
The infrastructure.
He was the engineer. He literally built the computers. But Steve Jobs, he wasn't technical. But boy, could he sell.
He sold it. Yeah.
He sold it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you can't knock these guys. And then he gave it to then he died and Tim Cook inherited it. And you've now got what was one of the most innovative software and hardware companies in the world run by a fucking accountant. But to be fair, they're not doing too bad. And they're going to destroy the Intel laptop market because they're coming out with a cheap MacBook Air next year, and it will destroy Windows laptops. You won't want a Windows laptop because if you can buy a MacBook Air for 600 quid that will last for 2 days on its battery, why would you go for Windows? Really. Anyway, moving on. Talk about your robot replacement. Well, that's quite good, Equinox, because if you follow my plan and my intended direction, you'll be one of the people that wouldn't need to be replaced by a robot because you'll be one of the people that's still required. Watch the space. Right. 3 Chinese astronauts stranded in space. Headline. 3 Chinese astronauts have been left stranded in orbit after their return capsule was struck by an unknown object. Bit of space debris hit their fucking spaceship and damaged it.
Oh dear.
They've been up there for 6 months. Big deal. What about those 2 clowns that went up in the... Whose was it? Whose was the one that went up? The Boeing one. Remember? They went up in the Boeing one and then got left there for 6 months because they brought the capsule back without them because they weren't sure it was going to work. Oh. Equinox says you'll be a yacht boy. Yeah. Okay, mate. Good luck with that. Right, moving on. Prince William today. I grew up with my father, the king, talking about the power of nature and the importance of harmony in the natural world. Yeah.
Oh,
a subject he has championed for over 5 decades. It's a privilege to represent him here. It should be not him here. That fucking photograph is so creepy because that looks like Diana.
Yeah, very much
that
so.
Just looks like Diana looking up at him.
He looks like his mum. Totally.
Fucking creepy.
Better off looking like Diana than old sausage fingers,
Or Harry.
Hewitt. Harry Hewitt.
Yeah, Harry Hewitt. Better not looking like all the fucking, what was he, the polo instructor?
Or whatever he was.
Whatever
Next.
he was, yeah. Next. The US with their... Right, okay. US has serious concerns around your military activity, Hegseth tells Beijing. War Secretary tells the Chinese Premier. The US, with their 750 military bases around the world, has serious concerns about China's military activity. China! Do these people have any self-awareness? Well, no, they don't. They do not. Moving on. 2 taxi drivers have been fined and stripped of their licenses for refusing to pick up a passenger with a guide dog.
Umpties.
They had very similar first names, both beginning with M and ending with Ed.
Okay.
Mohammed and Muhammad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, a chart from Matt Goodwin shows there's a peak in prisoners released in error.
Oh yeah.
There is the fucking half. That's a peak in a bit, isn't it? 2025. Woo. So yeah, there's always been a lot of prisoners got released in error, between 50 and 150 in 2024, but what the fuck? Why did it suddenly jump?
Who knows? But it's all a bit dodgy if you ask me.
John, can you try to make those images a little bit smaller? Maybe like 90, 80%, just to fit it in frame.
Fine.
Oh, why is the frame changed? Hold on. Let me.
Just to fit it all in so
Oh, right, okay.
our troll room can see it.
Yeah, that's why did
Is that all right?
huh?
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll fix it. 2 seconds. I'll just make the frame slightly bigger. I don't understand why that changed though. They must have done that when I did the what would you call it?
There we go. Lovely.
Lovely.
I can
Lovely,
see
can't
David
lie.
Lammy in his full glory now.
Ugh,
Fiery
please.
moment. Genrick labels David Lammy a bullshitter on live TV after he stonewalled MPs over prisoner release bungles amid fears that 22 offenders a month are being wrongly let out.
They're all
Now,
bullshitters.
they are all bullshitters. And Genrick is not one to call out anyone for anything because he is the least squeaky clean of anybody in that fucking shithole that they call Parliament.
Exactly. Because
But-
the Afghan chap that killed that poor guy walking
Mhm.
his dog,
Yeah.
he obviously he came into the country, as we all know, on the back of a lorry, and then
2020.
his lot,
Mm.
Genrick's lot, gave him leave to stay or granted him asylum or whatever it's called.
In 2022, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
That is
So
correct.
Genrick can stick it where the sun don't shine.
Yep.
Oh yeah, good point, soldier.
Yeah, William does look like Jacob Rothschild now.
Dun, dun, dun.
The troll room soldier. You know what I mean, matey.
Oh, fuck's sake, mate. Fuck's sake, soldier. Come on, you're bigger than that. Right, moving on. The last phase of conditioning, the route said, was to indoctrinate the candidates to think of their potential enemies as inferior forms of life. By this stage, the candidates would already have been selected for assignment to particular countries. This would be shown films and so on. So this report accuses the Navy of training assassins. Right, this was from 1975. The Los Angeles Times. The Los Angeles Sunday Times published details of an alleged U.S. Navy training program for assassins. Well, the Navy, of course, denied it, but I really don't think it was. I think it's just part of what they do when you're in the military. You know, you don't want to think of your potential people that you're going to be fighting as real people with real hopes and fears and lives and families, because then it makes it harder to kill them. So they do try and demonize. They always try and demonize the people that you want to dispose of, don't they? No.
Yeah.
Soldier has a Swiss Army knife as a daily carry too. There you go. Stockport police officers in Stockport investigating after a fire was started near the War Memorial in Marple. We will have extra officers in the area
Yeah, I
in the
saw
lead
that.
up to Remembrance Day. That's shocking. They've
is
obviously
terrible.
burnt the wreaths that
Yeah.
were laid out for Remembrance Day.
Well, it's an act of desecration. It is an absolute disgrace.
So you should be in France when this is going on. The French are so respectful. Every town, every village has a remembrance monument, and they're all decorated, and they all have a service every Remembrance Day.
I'm sure
It puts us
it
to
would be a rare
shame.
incident where some rogue French would kind of desecrate
Yeah.
kind of poppies or flowers or something like that. You wouldn't see that in France much, would you?
No, you wouldn't. You out with a Paris and Marseille, you probably wouldn't. But it's just so they are so respectful. It's unbelievable and so grateful.
Mhm.
Anyway, moving on.
Here we go.
Right. Okay. You lead this one, Shalini. You liked this one, didn't you?
So I think it was a GCHQ anyway. So the one who was interviewing her was a typical HR Karen or libtard or whatever you want to call her, and clearly trying to catch Sydney out, but Sydney is just so confident, and she's just if you watch like one of the short clips from that interview, you can just see how she answers it, and it's just basically like batting it back, and she's not going to fall for it, and you can just see in the interviewer's head she's like, oh, feck, and in some points she doesn't even like look at Sydney. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The funniest one was actually, I can't remember whereabouts in the conversation, where she's talking about, oh, and in whatever movie or whatever thing it was, she goes, where you were like wearing the push-up bra, and she's like, no, that's my actual boobs, or whatever it was she said. And the look on your woman's face was just priceless. But they're still going on about that, the jeans ad and everything. They just can't, they don't get it, do they? And
Yeah,
I
they
don't
don't.
think they ever will get why she's popular or attractive, or how she is.
They
Yeah.
just need to let it go. Is
I
like, you
know.
know, Beyonce in a sense is like this international like megastar. You could put someone like her in a beautiful pair of jeans for such an ad, digitally airbrush her, and she'd look absolutely gorgeous. Everyone would be swooned. You know what I mean? They'd be like, wow, ooh la la. But Sydney Sweeney, das ist verboten, ja?
Yeah.
And
She's
let's
an
face it,
Nazi.
Beyonce's nearly as white as Sydney Sweeney now.
Hmm?
Beyonce's nearly as white as Sydney
Oh, I know, and she's got
Sweeney.
bleach blonde hair.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Cultural appropriation. Anyway, speaking about vegans.
God. Oh yeah, I saw that, and I was like, oh my God, has this woman got anorexia?
Jesus.
She's not well.
That's what she looks like. Seriously.
She's not well. That is not good.
That picture on
No.
the right reminds me, if anyone knows that band Aphex Twin, it
Yeah.
reminds me of some kind of like mid to late 90s videos I've seen, you know, from Aphex Twin. It's pretty creepy stuff. That's
Yeah.
what it reminds me of.
Yeah. Speaking of Aborigines,
Mm-mm.
what?
What?
Meanwhile, in Tasmania, it's like, what the? She's not she's not an Aboriginal.
Aboriginal,
Do they-
potentially Slavic or Scandinavian, maybe.
Apparently, she's an Aboriginal.
Right.
Really?
Yeah,
This-
really.
This is an
Yeah.
article from You're telling me this is an article from
Oh, it's true. Yeah.
whatever
She
press
died in
from
police
Australia.
She died in police custody in Tasmania, and she's
Right, okay.
she's apparently
Wow.
an Aboriginal. And if the comments are full of being an Aborigine isn't just a state of genes. I fucking think it is actually. You can't go and claim to be an Aborigine, can you?
No. She
But
looks like a
yeah.
Swede.
I know. I
Yeah.
know. Mental. Right, moving on. Hiroshi
Yay!
Suzuki.
This is for you, Ed.
Paddington
I
the musical.
love Hiroshi.
Paddington the musical. My wife had our obi, which is a sash apparently, made in
Yes.
Kyoto just for this
cool.
premiere.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hold on a minute. There's a Paddington
The
musical? Oh, okay.
So it says Paddington the musical. My wife had her sash made in Kyoto just for this premiere.
Ah, I know what I want to do for my birthday.
Paddington the musical one. Enjoy.
That's a great opportunity for Hiroshi there.
Right.
I love Hiroshi.
Doha Summit. Stop the UN's Agenda 2030 power grab.
Oh,
Protect
look.
your freedom. So this is Citizen Go.
Can I just say something? Doesn't
Go
that
on.
badge look a little bit familiar? Build back better or whatever?
Yeah, but this is Citizen Go who are
God.
digging into this and saying you don't want to be part of it, right? And Citizen Go tend to try and point out that they are, a local activist group or whatever.
They're very much international, as far as I know.
Oh, they're very much international. They're the
and
biggest.
and raking a lot of cash.
They're one of the biggest Catholic international organizations out there. They operate in something like 150 countries. They are surprisingly international, and I'm not convinced they have your best interests at heart.
No.
I really am not.
Follow
they're
the money on that one, folks.
Spanish-based. Yeah, follow the money. They're Spanish-based, and two of the directors. One of them is the Italian. Was it the Italian politician who got done for embezzlement?
Oh.
So he's our fraud. He's one of the directors, and another one's another one that
Yeah.
had criminal charges. So
Oh dear.
they're not necessarily the best organisation to be taking advice on. Now, I'm not saying the UN's the best organisation either, but let's be honest, people. If you are, say you were working for the UN and you were running the UN or you were working in that area, would you not try and have some kind of plan that you were working towards? Now, okay, they've called it Agenda 2030, and it's maybe not a great name, but would you not have some kind of, playbook that you were trying to work towards? Would you not do that if you were an organisation that was representing the world? I don't know. Or am I just being far too fucking reasonable? Do I need to become more...
They all need to be gone anyway. That's all I know.
Well, I think the UN as an organisation shouldn't be in New York, because you now can't have Palestinians or Israelis going to the UN, because the now fucking Palestinian mayor, or sorry, the new mayor of New York says he'll have Netanyahu arrested if he arrives in New York. So what's going on, America? You can't ban people that are members of the UN going to the UN, can you? So you can't have Palestinian representation and you can't have Israeli representation in the UN anymore.
I don't think he's getting a bit big for his boots, that whatever his name is, Zohan or
Mahabi or something.
I don't think he's got that kind
yeah.
of power anyway to have Netanyahu arrested if he's going to something in the UN. So
I don't think he has either, but the whole thing's ridiculous, and
it is.
The UN shouldn't be in America, in my view.
Somewhere else.
It should be somewhere more neutral. But where is neutral in the world that we live in today?
Well, this is the problem, because look where the WEF is. It's in Switzerland, and well, we all know what goes on in Switzerland.
No. What goes on in Switzerland?
Well, isn't that like
Toblerone watches?
Oh, hey!
Yodeling.
Cuckoo clock.
Klaus Schwab in Davos?
Lot of singing and yodeling, bit of skiing,
Yes, yodelly.
bit of
Bloody
boating in the
expensive
summer.
place.
Yeah.
Oh, very expensive. Right, moving on.
Yes,
Let's get through this, because we've still got half the slides to do.
Oh.
In the CIA, we don't give a hoot about democracy, explains former agent turned whistleblower Philip Agee. It was fine if a government was elected and would cooperate with us, but if it didn't, then democracy didn't mean a thing to us, and I don't think it means a thing to anyone these days. Well, yeah, you're probably not. Probably these secret intelligence services tend to do their own thing anyway, don't they?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think
Mike Pompeo said that like time and time again about the lies, the deceit.
Yeah, he's not telling us
I think the word
anything.
hoot was probably not said. It was probably like, we didn't give a shit about democracy. No, not past tense, present tense. Like we don't give a shit about democracy so long as we achieve our aims.
Yeah, exactly. Right, moving on. I was reading this and thinking, what the fuck how have I missed this? As a matter of interest, when does national intelligence intend to investigate the assassins for hire within the taxi industry? This is the go-to for politicians and public figures who hire assassins to kill whistleblowers and to carry out political opinions. Killings, and I'm thinking, how the hell have I missed this? And then I realised it's South Africa.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So there's that's what happens when you let people take control of their own destiny. Right, moving on. Andrew Bridgeton. I currently at Terminal 2 Heathrow, hopefully soon to fly to Hamburg to visit Rainer Fulmick, who's in a high security prison in Bremerveld. Why?
I'd forgotten about him. What can somebody remind? I
Right,
know
Rainer,
he did that.
right.
I know he did that whole COVID, whatever inquiry thing.
Well, he did
whatever.
who?
Why is he?
Fulmick,
Remind
he
me,
did
can somebody
nothing.
remind me why he's in jail?
Because he embezzled 1.8 million euros.
Or did he now?
Apparently.
Okay.
Allegedly. He's still on trial for it, so he's remanded in custody. It's a lot of money. But according to Bridgeton, it's a setup. He's a political prisoner. What's he got to
Bridget
do?
doesn't exactly have a clean tick sheet, shall we say?
I mean, This is why. Why is a British MP going to fucking visit someone who's been accused of embezzling 1.8 million euros? And it's not as if it's in a third world country. It's Germany. Thoughts, David?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I know there's a lot of individuals, they got a bit of a soft spot for Andrew, especially when he was an MP speaking out in Parliament against certain kind of hokey pokies, jibby jabbies, and all of that, and what he kind of pushed in that respect. But kind of ever since then, I'm not so much hit. I'm kind of more miss regarding kind of Andrew Bridgen and kind of like his rhetoric and some spiel that he comes out with regarding, oh, my friend of a friend or a source bro, who said some stuff about kind of MI5 and all that. I think he spouts, I'm just going to say it as it is. I think Andrew spouts a lot of shit, and people have got to be careful what they're reading and what they're like believing from him as well. Because I think Andrew is also on a mission to retain, ever since he is no longer an MP, he is trying to retain his kind of viability and his celebrity like stance, or so to speak, his clique on like throughout kind of like social media. So I'm not sure if these are genuine actions that he's taken, like with regards to Rainer Fulmich. It's like, is there something in this religion? I don't know. The more I see this stuff coming from Andrew Bridgen, the more kind of mysterious, the more kind of questions that I have, regarding him. He strikes me as someone being quite strange with his output at times. It's weird.
Yeah. I agree. I think he's not to be trusted. Right, okay, we need to talk about another extremely problematic Hollywood relationship. Michael Caine started grooming his wife as a 40-year-old man when she was just 25-year-old, barely legal. When did 25 become barely legal? This is right. This is nuts.
Like,
that's only a 15-year age difference.
Yeah, he's 40 in his prime, and she's 25. Like,
yeah, I know. She's old enough to make up her own mind.
Yeah.
It'd be different if she was like, 16,
12.
17, or a lot younger.
He got some young, nice totty. I mean, it's not like she's 16 or 17 or something or younger.
Yeah,
that's what I know.
That's just crazy.
And they're still together. Bless them. Look at them. They're lovely.
I don't understand this. This is just nonsense. People. It's just nonsense, isn't it?
It is just nonsense.
This is like, it's over morality, It's pushing things too far. Right. What do we think about this statement here? The fundamental weakness of Western civilization is empathy, said Elon Musk. And the death of human empathy is one of the earliest and most telling signs of a culture about to fall into barbarism, says Hannah Arendt.
Okay, I don't know.
What do you think? Well, let's put this in context, because Elon Musk was talking about Western civilization in particular and our empathy for immigration. That's what he was talking about. He wasn't just saying general empathy. He was saying our biggest weakness is that we are allowing too many people in. They're going to dilute what we as a Western culture are.
Well, context matters, of course.
Context
that was not included
in
the statement that he made, in that quoted statement.
And it's great to put up these things that make people look like complete dicks and social psychopaths or whatever. But that's not what he said, and it's not what he meant. So I think it's very disingenuous to do things like that. And I think it's one of the areas where you really need to think critically. You know what I mean. Right, moving on. The IQ of Europeans is dropping due to technology. Is it? Is it? Your IQ shouldn't drop because your IQ is measured in many different ways, and you can measure people's IQs without them knowing even how to read and write.
Well, there's nuance as well between what is intellect and what is intelligence, and the variations of that as well. This is something that is not binary,
But I think it might be that it's not necessarily the IQ of Europeans is dropping. It might be that the IQ of the people in Europe is dropping as a whole. Do
Go
you
on,
get what I
Sarge.
mean?
Go on, Sarge.
Well, if you take an IQ of, say, 100 and dilute it with people who have an IQ of average 70, you are going to drop the IQ.
Yeah.
Aren't you? I'll just leave it at that, because these are facts. These are what we generally consider to be facts. Soldier says, if a Madagascan grey parrot hatches in Britain, is it a British grey parrot? No, it's a Madagascan grey parrot in Britain. That's what it is. And I saw that already on Twitter, so you've copied that off someone else. Right, tonight's Glasgow Council Planning Department was a cracker. This was last night. Councillor
hell? What's he doing?
Hanif Raja decided to go to the toilet in the middle of the meeting with his camera still running.
No!
Yes, so that's him sitting
No
down.
way,
He's about to
dude.
sit down on the toilet, and luckily the chair goes, excuse me, Councillor Raja, do you realise your camera is still live?
No disrespect, but boomers and tech and Zoom meetings, you know, like.
Well, and it doesn't help that he's probably Indian, to be fair.
Steady on.
Sorry, did that come out? Right, okay, now I put this.
Move on.
We're moving into the funnies, but I'm not sure if this is funny or not. I thought it was funny at the time, but I'm thinking maybe this isn't funny. I don't know. The Arab reports that Israel has begun pouring concrete into the tunnel where Hamas terrorists are trapped. I just thought it was quite humorous. But anyway, I suppose we should move on.
Yes, move on.
So, Paramount has a blacklist for stars deemed overly
Oh yes, I heard
anti-Semitic.
about this.
So, Mark Ruffalo, Javier Bardem, Joaquin Phoenix, who else? Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, who's in Bugonia, which I would recommend that people go and watch. Bugonia is a very, very good film.
Why is this? I don't understand this, but anyway, yeah. So, are you going to drop your? Are you going to drop your Paramount Plus subscription now?
Hey,
Shalini.
No, why would I?
No. Right. Oh, here's a good one. So this chap, Pete Wishart, says, thanks, Grok. Do these English towns need Elon Musk to defend them? No, English towns need leaders enforcing laws, securing borders,
yeah,
and
I saw
protecting
that.
citizens from predation. Tasks failed spectacularly in places like Rotherham. Elon Musk amplifies suppressed truths about free speech, pressuring accountability where politicians evade it. Real defence demands reforming institutions, not relying on any one figure. Pete Wishart, thinking he's smart. Thanks again, Grok. Do you also think the last answer is really funny? Sorry. And he goes, now, it's a stark reality check on institutional failures that enabled mass child exploitation. Thousands suffered while officials prioritised optics over lives. That's tragedy, not comedy. If facts strike you as amusing, perhaps reflect on why protecting vulnerable kids isn't a punchline for politicians. Oh, ouch. That's a good response.
Mecha Grok is
That's a good response.
It is.
Right, Jay Anderson.
One of your favourites, John.
Who is this guy?
Well, man, I worked so hard on this that YouTube is throttling the views to an insane degree. My last episode of Ancient Technologies was at around 7,000 views at this point. This one, which is longer and I'd say even more epic in scale, is currently the lowest out of all episodes. And Grant Levac says, maybe create better content, Jay, instead of bitching about nobody watching it. Sometimes you've got to turn around and have a hard look at yourself and think, you know, if nobody's watching it, are you doing it right?
Read the room.
Read the room. Read the fucking room. And that's, I mean, I appreciate the people that are here, but you people are fucking psychos because nobody else watches us. But you're our psychos, and we love you for it. Right, moving on. Reptilians and shapeshifters. Who's ruling
Dun,
this
dun,
planet?
dun.
The secret world of government or the hidden hand? The unrevealed hand in history. 100 historical mysteries explained. Published 1926.
Oh.
Nothing changes, does it?
The greater good, the hidden hand.
Nothing changes. Who's ruling the planet? David Icke's handbook.
I know.
He just read it from 1926. So, yeah, nothing changes. Anyway, never judge a man till you've walked a mile in his built-up shoes. In other news,
God.
how big are the heels on David Beckham's knighthood boots? Bloody hell.
He's done a Tom Cruise.
They're a bit like, what's his name? Rishi Sunak or Sadiq Khan or whatever. Now, you really need to go and look at the GIF for this, but I can't play GIFs on this because, well, the slides won't play GIFs. So, morning. Serious question that's been bugging me all night, and this is true. This did come from me. How do you tell if Pajit has Parkinson's? How do you? Moving on. Right. Here is Maya 1, our open source voice model. We're building the future of voice intelligence. Our AI team is incredible. Amazing work by the team. But. Sorry, that's me had enough fun poking fun at Indians. Meanwhile, in Japan, this TV comedy, not comedy, I think it was a game show, caused all sorts of consternation because of a bit of Japanese blackface.
Oh no. Oh.
As you can tell, we're on the funnies. And that's a cracker, isn't it? Japanese people just look weird. And blackface. What rhymes with climate change? Communism!
Good students. Good students.
Good students. Right, I want to be referred to by my pronouns, they, them, it.
Oh, good grief.
Do you remember Home Alone?
Yes.
Of course.
Is this progress or not? That's the same house.
No.
Yeah.
No way,
Scroll
dude.
that down.
Yeah,
No.
wait, dude.
No,
That's the
bruh.
same fucking house.
That looks fucking awful.
No.
It's
That
a
looks
bit
terrible. I
clinical, isn't
think
it?
I preferred it in 1990.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm not saying I love the flock wallpaper. It looks a bit like a fucking Indian restaurant, but apart from that...
It's more of a homely feel, whereas that looks like you're going into a feckin' museum or something. Do you know what I mean?
It looks a bit
It's
clinical.
sterile.
It's
They
a
should
bit
have
clinical.
kept that, that place where they
It should have been a...
shot.
It should have been a
Yeah.
landmark, shouldn't it?
Absolutely, and it would get constant, movie film-based tourism as well.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
legendary
exactly.
movie. Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah. It's not quite the same, is it? Moving on. Hero Bird saves motorist from £100 fine.
Excellent.
They were got 118. Bloody hell. Wow.
Bing bing. Right.
I think that was an act of God. Seriously.
That's a cracker. It really is. I've only got. It's not Britain though. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is, but because you can tell by the number plates on the other cars, not the one that you can't read. What was I going to say? We've only got one slide left. So, anything you guys want to bring up?
No, I'm good. It's been great for me. It's been great hanging out with everyone this evening, having a
been good.
chortle. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had fun
I
tonight.
needed a laugh. It's just been so depressing this last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and remember, as we leave, remember that if anyone can judge you, it can only be your personal God. It's been great.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars, crashing in my car. Wake up in a bar, I'll be a superstar. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, hearts full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots.